We are Venom.
Come on!
Take her down!
Get the Codex out of here!
Come again us.
In the Endless Void, a god named Knull is trapped by his symbiote children. He starts explaining how they created the Codex, a key that could free him. Knull's goal is to find this Codex and destroy all life on planets, sparing only his creatures.
The King in Black is awake. I am Knull, God of the Void, Slicer of Worlds. At last, a Codex is being created. It is the key to my freedom. I will kill your world. Kill. Everyone will burn. My symbiote children betrayed me. Kingdom. And imprisoned me here. Find me the Codex. I will reward you with your lives.
The scene shifts to the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, where Eddie Brock talks to a bartender before being teleported away. Frustrated with the multiverse, Venom wreaks havoc in the bar.
Eddie! You want a bloody Maria? Oh yeah!
Stop! You are destroying this man's bar!
We should have been a bartender! Tequila!
I did it.
Later, Eddie learns about Detective Patrick Mulligan's death and realizes he cannot stay hidden forever. He hatches a plan to blackmail New York's district attorney with secrets he knows. Wanting to visit the Statue of Liberty, he and Venom set off on their adventure, with Venom warning that they will not hesitate to attack anyone who tries to stop them. Eddie and Venom are being watched through security cameras. Sensing danger, they end up in a grimy place with caged fighting dogs. The owners confront Eddie, threatening violence, but he insists they should prioritize finding homes for the dogs. Venom then transforms and fights back in a wild battle.
What does your mother think of you, man?
My mother's dead, culero.
I'm giving you a chance. Sweetie,
Ula! Who's a bad boy?
we going? We
are Venom.
Oh, hey, buddy. That's my shoe. That's my shoe.
There you are.
Back at the bar, the bartender finds a small piece of symbiote left behind. General Strickland arrives, picks it up, and asks about the man who was there earlier. The nervous bartender describes him as a strange guy with huge, odd-looking arms. Later, we see Payne and his twin brother looking at the stars. Suddenly, lightning strikes, tragically killing her brother, but this turned out to be just a dream of Dr. Payne, who wakes up to alarming news. General Strickland is going to Area 51, and she has to go with him. We see the general arriving at this mysterious place, where he finally meets Dr. Payne. Strickland explains that his job is to collect symbiotes, while Dr. Payne's job is to study them. During their conversation, Payne's colleague, who they call Christmas because of her over-the-top holiday outfit, shares that they have managed to save another symbiote they thought was dead.
His other symbiote left him for dead. We saved him. He would have died.
Let me get that.
We got this down in Mexico.
Hi. Welcome.
Dr. Payne and Strickland discuss how they are 30 meters underground, completely hidden from both humans and other beings, and are getting ready for their next move. They put on protective suits to shield themselves from any possible viruses or bacteria before meeting with Patrick, who has become the first person to truly match with a symbiote. During the meeting, Dr. Payne explains to Patrick that they did everything they could to save him and had no other choice. Patrick looks at her with a mix of sadness and acceptance, replying that, just like him, she is broken too.
Is the symbiote communicating with you?
What do they want?
Safe haven.
Safe haven?
He will kill us all. There will be nothing left.
The darkness has
Most all girls do this!
He doesn't whine like a little bitch!
What was that?
Later, we meet a family that has made big sacrifices to help the father, Martin, achieve his dream of visiting Area 51. They have saved every penny they could to make the trip happen. As they go on their tour, pieces of the carnage fall near them, but they are too excited about their adventure to notice. Eddie, still upset about everything that has happened, demands answers from Venom about what that creature was. Venom explains that it was a Carnage, a symbiote hunter, and if one has arrived, more will surely follow. Venom also shares more about his origins. Knull, the creator of the symbiotes, made these creatures after being betrayed and locked up by his own creations in a cell meant to keep him asleep forever.
No! No! Let's say you died. I could bring you back to life.
Well, I like that. What the hell is a Codex?
It's a key.
Prison on Clintar.
It would free our creator. If I fully transform, the Codex sends her a tracking signal. If one of us should die,
No.
the Codex would
That's
die.
not gonna work for me. How fast do you think you can get that thing to go?
Surprise, autopsy!
I swear to God, when I get off this course, I'm gonna kick your ass, you mother!
That's horsepower!
Meanwhile, Strickland and Dr. Payne are arguing about the nature of symbiotes. Payne believes they are running from something, while Strickland thinks they are just moving to a new place. Their conversation is interrupted when they hear that a man jumped out of a plane under strange circumstances. Strickland quickly sends his troops to find Eddie and Venom.
No, the Codex!
Can't let you die!
Morph!
Coffee!
Something else out here.
Something else?
He said this would happen. I just lost 3 people.
The army focuses its attack on the creature, giving Eddie a chance to escape without being seen. Now on the run, tells Venom they need to stay hidden until they reach New York because special forces and the police are hunting them. After hearing Strickland's report, Dr. Payne visits Patrick and his symbiote. She tells them that the creature that hunts symbiotes has arrived. Patrick's symbiote changes into its true form and explains that it can sense other symbiotes, but the one Knull is looking for, the black symbiote, is not here. It explains that Knull is searching for the only person who carries the Codex, and if he gets it, it will be the end for everyone. Strickland, feeling uneasy, asks how they can stop Knull from getting the Codex. The symbiote replies that they cannot, as Knull is much too powerful and older than the universe itself. It emphasizes that as long as both the symbiote and the host are alive, the Codex will exist too, but if one of them dies, the Codex will disappear. Strickland, now convinced, tells Dr. Payne that he plans to kill one of them to stop the threat, though she does not seem to agree with this solution. Meanwhile, the story goes back to Martin. He introduces Eddie to his wife Nova and his kids Echo and Leaf. Martin offers to give Eddie a ride to Las Vegas after noticing he is barefoot. They mention they are going to Area 51, hoping to see an alien before the site is permanently closed. Afterward, everyone gets in the car to continue their journey. Martin plays his guitar while his wife and kids sing. Venom, enjoying the music, asks Eddie to sing too. Eddie refuses, but as he watches the family's happiness, Venom thinks back on old times. He quietly tells Eddie that sometimes he wonders if they would have been happier living a simple, peaceful life.
Sometimes I think we would have been happier with a life like this.
Well,
Several hours later, late at night, Martin's youngest son offers Eddie a chocolate and nervously admits that he is scared of seeing aliens. Trying to comfort him, Eddie promises that aliens are not real. Hearing this, Venom tells Eddie he did the right thing and adds that if he ever had kids, he would be a good father. Venom also thinks about how far they have come together, knowing they still have a long journey ahead. After many hours of driving, they finally arrive in Las Vegas, where security cameras quickly spot Eddie. Grateful for the time they spent together, Martin gives Eddie some money and a pair of sandals before saying goodbye. Venom, excited, eats the chocolate, and they talk about Venom's big dream of visiting the Statue of Liberty. Eddie jokingly suggests stealing a car to keep their adventure going, but Venom, being more practical, suggests playing the slot machines to win more money. When they reach the casino, they are not allowed in because they look messy.
These are my vacation clothes.
Get better ones.
He's not wrong. Look at you. We need a disguise.
Why'd you keep knocking people out?
You could get voted People's Sexiest Man of the Year.
Welcome to the Paris.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Oh, yes! Let me multiply that 20. Snazzy jacket! Let's eat him and steal it. What is this feeling? It's like...
This feeling?
It's like all of my problems have gone away.
Do this all the time. Mrs. Chen!
Eddie, it's Mrs. Chen!
You look hot!
So do you.
Really hot.
I always look hot.
Yeah.
Noticing Eddie's bad smell, she offers him her room to clean up and then suggests they all celebrate together. After Eddie cleans himself up and changes, he is ready to leave, but Mrs. Chen insists they stay for one last dance. Even though Eddie says no, Venom, excited, takes over Eddie's body and starts dancing with Mrs. Chen, ignoring any possible problems. Meanwhile, the symbiote hunter secretly watches them from a distance. Venom and Mrs. Chen enjoy their dance until the symbiote hunter gets too close. Venom quickly changes back into Eddie to avoid being seen. Eddie asks Mrs. Chen to stay calm as the hunter moves away. While it seems like the danger has passed, the peace does not last long. Agents from Area 51 rush into the club and capture Eddie without anyone noticing. The hunter also sneaks into the scene. Meanwhile, Martin's family finally arrives at Area 51 and decides to sneak in without permission to fulfill their dream of exploring. Inside the lab, Dr. Payne finds out that symbiotes start to break down without a good host. She concludes that they need to bring Venom back together with the other symbiotes to stop this from happening. Eddie wakes up in a daze and sees that Patrick is alive. Patrick warns Eddie that he must protect the Codex from dark forces, revealing that an army of symbiotes is waiting and the Codex is very important for their survival. Just then, Strickland bursts into the lab and tells Dr. Payne that she is no longer in charge and that he has full control. Strickland reveals his plan to kill Eddie to destroy the Codex and stop it from getting into Knull's hands.
Venom, run!
Come on!
Take it down!
Get the Codex out of here! You! Break us out of here!
It's Eddie?
It's Eddie. It's Eddie.
No!
We are not the bad guys! Go! Bring me that Codex!
We see Knull get the alert, and in response he sends more of his monstrous creatures. A portal opens, connecting the void to Earth, allowing Knull's reinforcements to pour in. Their goal is clear. General Strickland finally understands that the symbiotes are not the real villains, and decides to help Eddie. He shares his plan. He will transform into Venom and attract the attention of the symbiote hunters to create a distraction. Meanwhile, he will organize helicopters to attack Knull's monsters from the air. It is a last-ditch effort to gain an advantage in the upcoming battle. Even though the symbiotes are fighting together, they cannot stop the relentless symbiote hunters, who start to absorb them one by one.
The chopper blades!
weakened but determined to save Eddie, carries him into a helicopter. There, Venom admits that the hunters are much stronger than they ever thought, and more of them are arriving. Venom also shares his dream of seeing the Statue of Liberty. Eddie, trying to keep things positive, reassures him that they will see it when they get out of this situation. The hunters keep coming, and defeat seems certain. With a resigned gesture, Venom comforts Eddie and tells him it is time to end this once and for all. Together, they stand up to face the hunters, daring them to come at them. Venom changes into his full form one last time, taking in the attacks from the hunters and using all his strength to hold them back.
Come and get us.
Strickland.
Strickland authorized.
No.
It's just bye for now. No!
After the explosion, Eddie is still alive, but very sad and loses consciousness. Later, he wakes up feeling confused and talks about a strange dream. He tries to talk to his friend Venom, hoping for a reply, but he quickly realizes the truth when a general next to him tells him seriously that his friend is gone forever and that Venom is no longer in this world. The general tells Eddie that this is his chance to start fresh, but he also gives a serious warning. What happened in San Francisco in the last few days must stay a secret. He reaches the Statue of Liberty, which Venom always wanted to see, and solemnly promises to never forget his best friend.
Everyone will burn. And you... well,
Before the movie ends, there is a post-credit scene showing Bartender confused, as he has no idea what just happened. We are then shown a broken vial where a piece of Venom was held, meaning he has escaped, and our favorite anti-hero is still alive and well. Don't forget to check out the 2 previous Venom movies on our channel, and if you like this recap, then be sure to subscribe, like, share the video, and as always, thank you for watching.